Title: Every man, woman, is given a measure of faith. Script: Romans 12 verse 3 New International Version, NIV. For by the grace given me I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you. Vital statistics. Purpose: to expose hypocritical practices and to teach the right Christian behavior. Author: James, Jesus' brother, was a leader in the Jerusalem church. Original audience: first-century Jewish Christians residing in Gentile communities outside Palestine. Date written, probably AD 49, before the Jerusalem Council held in AD 50. Setting: this letter expresses James' concern for persecuted Christians who were once part of the Jerusalem church. Key verse: "Yea, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works, shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works." 2:18. The Blueprint, King James Version Life Application Study Bible. 1. Genuine Religion, chapters 1:1-27. 2. Genuine Faith, 2:1-3:12. 3. Genuine Wisdom, 3:13-5:20. James wrote to Jewish Christians who had been scattered throughout the Mediterranean world because of persecution. In their hostile surroundings, they were tempted to let intellectual agreement pass for true faith. This letter can have rich meaning for us as we are reminded that genuine faith transforms lives. We are encouraged to put our faith into action. It is easy to say we have faith, but true faith will produce loving actions toward others. Living faith. James wants believers not only to hear the truth but also to put it into action. He contrasts empty faith, claims without conduct, with faith that works. Commitment to love and to serve others is evidence of true faith. Living faith makes a difference. Make sure your faith is more than just a statement, it should also result in action. Seek ways of putting your faith to work. Trials in the Christian life. There are trials and temptations. Successfully overcoming these adversities produces maturity and strong character. Don't resent troubles when they come. Pray for wisdom. God will supply all you need to face persecution or adversity. He will give you patience and keep you strong in times of trial. Law of love. We are saved by God's gracious mercy, not by keeping the law. But Christ gave us a special command: Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Matthew 19 verse 19. We are to love and serve those around us. Keeping the law of love shows that our faith is vital and real. When we show love to others, we are overcoming our own selfishness. Wise speech. Wisdom shows itself in wise speech. God holds us responsible for the results of our destructive words. The wisdom of God that helps control the tongue can help control all our actions. Accepting God's wisdom will affect your speech. Your words will convey true humility and lead to peace. Think before you speak and allow God to give you self-control. Wealth. James taught Christians not to compromise with worldly attitudes about wealth. Because the glory of wealth fades, Christians should store up God's treasures through sincere service. Christians must not show partiality to the wealthy or be prejudiced against the poor. All of us are accountable for how we use what we have. We should not hoard wealth but be generous toward others. In addition, we should not be impressed by the wealthy nor look down on those who are poor. Chapter 1 Summary. In James, Chapter 1, defines what a Christian has. Underscores that a Christian possesses wisdom and joy when enduring trials and challenges. It teaches that when believers trust in God and persevere through difficult circumstances, they receive wisdom from Him. This wisdom enables them to navigate life's challenges with faith and patience, leading to a sense of joy and contentment, knowing that their faith is being strengthened. It emphasizes that faith and trust in God result in the acquisition of spiritual gifts, such as wisdom and joy, that sustain and enrich the Christian life. Chapter 2 Summary. In James, Chapter 2, defines what a Christian does. Focuses on the idea that faith without corresponding actions is incomplete and ineffective. It emphasizes that true Christian faith is not merely a matter of belief but is demonstrated through deeds and good works. James argues that faith should motivate believers to treat others with love and kindness, irrespective of their social or economic status. It stresses that a living faith is one that actively cares for the needy, serves others, and seeks to live out the principles of love and compassion. In essence, this chapter emphasizes the importance of actions and good works as evidence of genuine Christian faith. Chapter 3 Summary. In James, Chapter 3, defines what a Christian says, focuses on the power and impact of the words spoken by a Christian. It highlights the significance of controlling one's tongue and using speech responsibly. The chapter warns against the potential harm of the tongue, which, although small, can have a great influence and, if not controlled, can lead to destructive consequences. It emphasizes the need for believers to use their words to promote positive and loving communication, avoid gossip and slander, and promote peace and unity within the Christian community. Essentially, this chapter underscores the importance of speaking in a way that aligns with the principles of Christian faith, emphasizing kindness, truthfulness, and consideration for others. Chapter 4 Summary. In James, Chapter 4, defines what a Christian feels and discusses the inner attitudes and emotions that should characterize a Christian. It emphasizes the need for humility and a contrite heart, encouraging believers to resist pride and selfish desires. The chapter underscores the idea that true Christian feelings should include a desire for a close and humble relationship with God, a sense of sorrow for one's sins, and a willingness to submit to God's will. It promotes the idea that Christians should seek spiritual purity and resist the allure of worldly pleasures. Ultimately, this chapter emphasizes that the feelings of a Christian should be characterized by humility, repentance, and a genuine desire to draw closer to God. Chapter 5 Summary. In James, Chapter 5, defines what a Christian gives, highlights the importance of generosity and care for others within the Christian community. It stresses the idea that believers should be willing to share their material resources with those in need. The chapter advises Christians to be patient and not hoard wealth, but to use their resources to help the less fortunate. It also speaks to the power of prayer and how the prayer of a righteous person can be effective in bringing about healing and positive change. In essence, this chapter emphasizes the importance of giving to those in need, both in terms of material assistance and through the power of prayer, reflecting the principles of charity, compassion, and intercession within the Christian faith. In conclusion, James begins his epistle by outlining some general characteristics of the Christian life. 1:1-27, he encourages Christians to act justly in society. 2:1-13. He follows practical advice with a theological discourse on the relationship between faith and action. 2:14-26. Then James shows the importance of controlling one's speech. 3:1-12. In 3:13-18, James distinguishes two kinds of wisdom, earthly and heavenly. Then he encourages his readers to turn from evil desires and obey God. 4:1-12. James reproves those who trust in their own plans and possessions. 4:13-5:6. Finally, he exhorts his readers to be patient with each other. 5:13-18, and to help each other remain faithful to God. 5:19-20. This letter could be considered a how-to book on Christian living. Confrontation, challenges, and a call to commitment await you in its pages. Read James and become a doer of the word. 1:22-25.